The following is a special presentation of Arena Sportsnet, where every team has a fan. This is the 34th Circle City Classic. Today's broadcast is brought to you in part by Full Armor Worldwide. Innovative for a better tomorrow. By Woodforest Bank, the official bank of Arena Sportsnet. By Cleaver Supplements. Pure supplements when genetics are just not enough. By Ride Marketing Consultants. Are you ready to take the ride for your business? By Enterprise Rent-A-Car, the official car rental company of Arena Sportsnet. Enterprise will pick you up. It's now time for the Staples Kickoff Show, a full hour of news, notes, and quotes leading right up to kickoff. Staples, that was easy. Now we go live to Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis, Indiana, and we join the voice of today's game, Brian Snow.
A pleasant good afternoon to one and all in the region, across the nation, and around the world. We welcome y'all to Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis, Indiana, and we're back. After a 2-year absence, Arena Sportsnet brings you live play-by-play coverage of the 34th Circle City Classic. We're just about 11 minutes away from kickoff, so this is not a full hour pregame show as we had planned. Had to make some changes. Changes have been made. Let's do it. It's Kentucky State, and it's sent chance to talk with someone very special. So after the break, you will hear him, and it comes your way in 60 seconds. This is the 34th Circle City Classic from Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis, and you're hearing it live on Arena Sportsnet.
Welcome to the Butcher Box. Our beef is exactly the way that for 2 to 5 day delivery to the contiguous 48 states. The meat is flash frozen at the peak of freshness, packed with dry ice, and shipped directly to your door. The beef is sourced from a collection of small grass-fed farms. It is of the utmost quality and tastes incredible. Our steak won a blind taste test cook-off with the Today Show in 2015. So for 100% grass-fed and grass-finished beef, organic chicken, and heritage-bred pork delivered for free on your schedule for less than $6 per meal, visit arenasportsnet.com and click on the Butcher Box logo, and if you do so, you will receive 10% off your first order, or give Butcher Box a call at 855-981-8568.
This is the 34th Circle City Classic.
We continue with our pregame coverage of the 2017 Circle City Classic from Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis, Indiana. And I want to bring on a friend who is from Indianapolis, then put in work 6 years in Enid, Oklahoma, and is now on his way back to his hometown for the next chapter. He is a very good friend of mine. John Herrick is his name, and he joins me right now via the Cleaver Supplements hotline. Big John, how are you?
I'm really good, Snowman. How you doing?
I'm doing good, man. Long trip?
Yeah, long trip. The trek from Oklahoma to Indiana and vice versa is never easy, but it's easier knowing that I will be back in my hometown for the very foreseeable future, so that's always nice.
Well, tell the folks what you will be doing in Indianapolis.
Well, I was very, very fortunate that I've got a lot of great professional connections and contacts in Indianapolis. One of my good friends there is Greg Rakestraw, who's the program director at 1070 The Fan. And
I
Greg
know who that is.
Yes, I think everybody in Indiana just about knows who Greg Rakestraw is.
Absolutely.
And he and I have always stayed in touch over the years. When I was in Oklahoma, we've always kind of stayed in touch via Facebook, and he told me about this job at WIBC where there was a news anchor position open, and that's not going to be the only part of the job. There's also a social media aspect to it. I'm also going to have to write for the website and do news stories there. But he said, you really should apply for this. I think you'd be great at it. And WIBC has always been, one of my favorite stations because I kind of grew up listening to it. even when it was back on the 1070 AM frequency.
Right.
And so and it was also my late grandfather, John Hurley's favorite radio station. So it has very sentimental value to me, and when he told me about this position that was open there, I reached out, I applied for it, and he told me to send him as much news audio as I could send him. And I was the news director at Chisholm Trail Broadcasting for 3 years, so I had a lot of news audio that I could send him. So I sent him some stuff, and he was nice enough to get it in front of the news director, Chris Davis, and the rest is history. I did a few interviews and submitted a background check, and they hired me on the spot. It was a really, really good opportunity, too good to pass up.
How good does it feel to go back home?
Feels great. I called. The first person I told was my landlord, and then after I told her, because she needed all the notice first, I immediately started calling my family members and, let them know right away. And my grandma just immediately, I thought she was about to break down in tears. She was so happy to have me back home. And, of course, it's sentimental to her because it was her late husband's favorite radio station, WICC. So having all of my friends and family, be as supportive of it as they have been is amazing. And I was going to come home because I just turned 30 September 15th. So we had a nice 30th birthday party at my house. And my mom wanted to throw me the birthday party. And I was like, gosh, Mom, you don't need to do that. And she's like, no, I do. I really do need to do that. Well, it turned into not just a 30th birthday party, but it also turned into a dual celebration, not only celebrating the birthday party, but also celebrating the new job. So I was very fortunate to have that.
So it just turned into one big bash.
It did. Yeah, it really did.
I love it. I love it.
All the more reasons for people to eat, drink, and be merry. It was fantastic.
Absolutely. John Herrick joining us here on the pregame show, counting you down to our coverage of the 2017 Circle City Classic from Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis. Now, are you going to be covering any? Are you going to be doing any play-by-play when you get in Indy?
Day is this Monday, September 25th, and so once I kind of get settled into that, and I get a routine down, and I get a really good grasp on my consistent schedule and what the news director expects of me, then I might branch out and start doing some more play-by-play and things like that. And but I don't want to, I want to make sure I get a good grasp on that job first, and then, yep, I will most likely get back into that because it's obviously a big part of who I am, and it'll be really neat to be back on the Indy sports scene too.
I'm looking forward to listening to you. As much sports as I've done in Indiana just in the past 7 years, I'm looking forward to listening to you.
Thanks, man. Well, I'll be looking forward to listening to you too, because we're both going to be around each other now.
Yeah, and that's the best thing. I'm getting some things reset here in the Midwest, just getting some stuff set in Indiana. But I'll tell you one.
It's always neat to watch those kids go out there and play. Big deal for the parents, and who doesn't want to relish a chance to play in Lucas Oil Stadium? And
exactly.
Before that, the RCA Dome. It was also neat to watch them in the RCA Dome. When I was growing up, in my alma mater, Roncalli High School was playing in the state championship lot at the RCA Dome too. So always a special time when it's football championship week.
Well, speaking of Indiana and speaking of broadcasting, one of the biggest thrills that I've had, and I had the chance to experience it twice, there's a little place we like to call Bankers Life Fieldhouse. I was covering Marquette Catholic at the time and had a chance to see them play in not one but two state championships. So as you said, John, playing in a state championship, no matter what the sport, especially in the state of Indiana, is huge.
Yeah, there's a lot of great venues in Indiana. You've got Assembly Hall in Bloomington. You've got Hinkle Fieldhouse at Butler. You've got Bankers Life Fieldhouse. Hinkle Fieldhouse has a special meaning to me because my mom and my brother both graduated from Butler. One time the DePauw men's basketball team played Butler in an exhibition game there. I got to go call that game on WGRE when I was in college, and that was the very first year that Brad Stevenson's Butler team made the Final Four.
Right.
So, didn't have any idea what kind of a season Butler was going to have when the DePauw played in an exhibition game. And you're thinking, wow. And then when they get to the championship, you're like, what in the world's going on? How did that happen? So, it was amazing. It was amazing.
what you went through at Butler is what I went through with Marquette Catholic in 2013 because I didn't know what would happen. And then, as it turns out, Ryan Fazekas, who is now going to play at Valparaiso, was also a baseball star because I used to announce his games. So when that season was going on and they get all the way to the state championship game at Bankers Life Fieldhouse and they wound up winning the thing in overtime against Bar Reeve, you talk about full circle. That was it.
Yeah, that is pretty neat. I mean, I actually went through something like that recently out in Oklahoma where I just came from. One of the biggest stud basketball players there is Ty Lazenby, and oh my gosh, when he played for the NOC Enid Jets at the junior college level, he was a stud at Glencoe High School and won a championship playing for his dad, who was his coach. And then he goes to NOC Enid, he averages 25 points a game, just dominates that level of basketball. And then he ends up going to Oklahoma, and he is now an Oklahoma Sooner playing underneath Lon Kruger. Now, I knew he was going to be going someplace special, but holy cow, to leave there and go from NOC Enid to play in the Big 12 for Lon Kruger, who had a team that was in the Final Four not long ago, that's pretty awesome.
It is.
That's pretty awesome.
It absolutely is awesome. John Herrick and yours truly sharing some broadcasting stories as we continue to count down to our coverage of the 2017 Circle City Classic. All of our guests appear via the Cleaver Supplements hotline. It's brought to you by Cleaver Supplements, a proud sponsor of Arena Sportsnet programming. Cleaver Supplements, pure supplements for when genetics are just not enough. Always a pleasure talking to this man, John Herrick, and he's going to rock the Indiana sports broadcast scene, folks, so watch out. I'm going to listen to him. I hope you do too. Big John, thank you very much. I appreciate it.
All right, thanks, man. Good to be with you.
A pause for a break. When we come back, we're going to kick this thing off. It's called the 34th Annual Circle City Classic, live from Indianapolis, Indiana. You hear it live next on Arena Sportsnet.
I'm Pamela Michelle, and when I start my day, I start it off with some hard-hitting sports talk, and you should too. It's called Snowman in the Morning, weekdays at 9 a.m. Eastern. You can listen to it via TuneIn Radio if you're on the go, or via arenasportsnet.com if you're in your office.
It's the geometry teacher who mans the ticket window.
It's the kid in grade school who paints her face blue and white before every home game.
It's the accountants and salesmen and store managers who give up their Friday evenings to referee.
It's the graduate who listens to the league championship game on the internet.
It's the parent who sells ads in the school athletic program.
It's the cashier at the corner convenience store who wears school colors on every game day.
It's the trainers, equipment managers, and ball boys who never miss a practice.
What makes high school sports here in Indiana so special? Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
On to visitindy.com.
Let's talk about the X's and O's of family entertainment. Every parent in Indiana knows the importance of being able to draw up an activity that'll get you out of the house for a couple of hours. But it needs to be affordable. It needs to be family-friendly. Above all, it needs to be fun. Now, let's talk about high school sports. Bang for your buck, school sports provide the perfect game plan for your family. You'll enjoy all of the drama and excitement competitive sports offer. You'll be supporting the future leaders of our community in a meaningful way. Best of all, you can take the entire family without breaking the bank. Heck, you won't even dent it. Now, enough chalk talk. Let's get out there and see what's playing at the high school in your community. School sports. Good for our kids, good for our community. This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic.
Today's officials with the game ball.
Gentlemen, have a silver dollar. It's a head, it's a tail. You're the visitor. What's your call? The call is heads. Rock team is going to flip the coin. The call is heads. It is tails. Kentucky State is on the toss. Kentucky State on the toss. For the trooper. Central State will receive this end. Gentlemen, shake hands and good luck.
With that, we welcome you back to Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis, Indiana. Central State will get the ball first as a result of the coin toss. They are in the maroon tops, maroon pants with the maroon helmets, gold stripe down the middle. Marauders on either side of the helmet and gold traced in black. They have the gold numbers. Kentucky State in the all-white uniforms with the green numbers traced in gold. I cannot tell you how much of a thrill this is for us to bring you this contest this afternoon. As mentioned, Central State will get the ball first. They will travel left to right as we see it and as you folks are listening along at home with us. Here in the first quarter to do the honors, Mariana Cow, the 5'10 freshman from Washington, D.C., will kick things off for Kentucky State. Central State 0-3 on the year. Kentucky State 1-2. Kentucky State has won the last 9 in this contest. The approach, the boot, and off we go from Indianapolis. It's a short kick taken at the 10-yard line, ahead 15-20 to the near sideline and brushed out of bounds at the 23-yard line. Teraris Saffold on the return. For Central State, they get the ball first, and they line up this way from right to left on the offensive line. Michael Wiggs, the freshman, Aaron Evans, the senior, Darius Thomas will snap the ball at center, the sophomore, Lawrence Mosley, the senior, and Jaquavius Husband, the freshman, on the left side. Trent Mays, the 6'10 junior from Steubenville, Ohio, the leading passer in the SIAC. He'll see the ball first, and he'll work out of the shotgun with a running back standing to his right. 3 receivers left, 1 right. Snap to Mays, looking left, and now fires deep left wing. Got a man, but he overshot him out of bounds. It'll be 2nd down and 10. As mentioned, Kentucky State 1-2 on the year. Receiving core for Central State. Lavon Meeks gets the start, the 6-foot senior from St. Louis. He'll be coupled by Tyrone Jones, the junior from Los Angeles. And Darius Metters will fill out the backfield. And we get a penalty flag at the start. Let's get the call.
Illegal substitution. Offense. 12 men break the huddle. On your penalty. 2nd down.
Illegal substitution, and this is one thing that has killed Central State early on in this season is penalties. So it'll be 2nd down and 15 for Central State. 2 tight ends left. I formation backfield behind Mays. The deep back being Metters. And they'll flip it out to Meadows running to the right, and Meadows to the left side. Darian Nelson, the 5'10 senior from Cincinnati, got the call, and he is rushed out of bounds. And now it is 3rd down as they tried an option pass. The game clock didn't start on that first pass. Well, here's where we are right now. It is 3rd down and 3rd and 8. Snap to Mays, looking to throw, looking right, rushes on, pocket collapses, and he's still up. He flips the ball to Nelson. Nelson runs out to the 30-yard line, but is tackled there, 3 yards short of the first down. Correction, 4 yards shy of the first down, and Central State will punt for the first time. How the heck did Mays get out of that mess? Isaiah Smith will do the punting for Central State. Brett Silva back deep to receive for Kentucky State off to our right. 13:45 remains in the first quarter. And here's the snap. The rush is on. He gets the punt away towards Silva. Silva will back away from it. And the ball is going to roll to a stop right there at the 30-yard line. And that is where the Kentucky State Thoroughbreds will have their first possession. The Kentucky State offense, let's start left to right on the offensive line. Eli Hernandez, Ashton Humphrey, Tommy Craig at center, James Brace at right guard, right tackle Marcus Campbell. Their tight end is Joseph Castellanos. The quarterback is Paul Campbell, the junior from Birmingham, Alabama. Brett Silva will join him in the backfield. 3 wide receivers, Jordan Lavelle, along with Demetrius Anderson and Desmond Williams. First down, Campbell waits in shotgun. 2 receivers left, 1 receiver right. Campbell to throw, fires left, caught by Silva. Silva taken down immediately at the point of attack. No gain on the play. It'll be second down and 10 for Kentucky State. And one thing that I've noticed with college football, especially this year, everybody wants to go tempo. 13:05 first quarter, second and 10 for Kentucky State in a scoreless tie. We're just getting started from Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis, Indiana. Ball on the left hash. Campbell waits in shotgun formation, turns and hands to Sylvie. Sylvie running out to the left side, now reverses his field, trying to get a cut back. Sylvie reverses field. He's got a couple of backs on the near side, to the far side, out to the 40, 45, 50. If he gets a couple backs, he's got trouble. 40, 45, 40, and down to the 32-yard line, inside the 30, down to the 28-yard line. Wow! Brett Silva gets all the way down to the Central State 29-yard line. That is a 41-yard gain. And now Kentucky State operates in plus territory. Campbell out of the shotgun. Silva stands to his left. Snap to Campbell, looking to throw. Fires over the middle. This pass is caught. Inside the 20, down to the 15, and wrestled down. Desmond Williams on the catch. He gets down to the 14-yard line. 16 more. That's a Subway first down. Move those chains. And Kentucky State really up on the ball immediately. And now they'll deploy 3 receivers out to the left. 2 to the left. Lone setback with Campbell. 2 receivers right. Campbell waits in shotgun formation. Takes the belt high snap. Over the middle. Caught by Williams again. And down to the 10, maybe to the 9-yard line. Boy, that 41-yard gain has opened the floodgates for Kentucky State. They are really pushing the tempo. Demetrius Anderson caught that last pass. And now Kentucky State sits at the 9-yard line. 5-yard gain on that last play. Second down and 5. And now they'll operate out of the pistol with Campbell waiting one way and Brett Silva waiting behind Campbell. Snap to Campbell, looking to throw. Fires left. This pass is caught. No, it's incomplete. Incomplete. Looking for Court Grotehouse that time. I correct myself. They're looking for Demetrius Anderson, the 6-foot junior from Indianapolis. So now it is 3rd and 5. Big third down defensively for Central State. As Kentucky State will try to put some points on the board. Again, they operate out of the pistol. Receiver State saw that coming and sniffed it out. And Mikeon Hunter, who got the start defensively, a last-minute change. And now it is 4th down as Kyle will attempt what is going to be a 29-yard field goal left hash. Snap is up and down. Kick on the way. It is good. So we got our first point to the game, and that 41-yard gain puts Kentucky State on the board first. 10:28 remains in quarter number 1. Your score is Kentucky State 3 and Central State nothing. Let's pause for this timeout.
Let's talk about the X's and O's of family entertainment. Every parent in Indiana knows the importance of being able to draw up an activity that'll get you out of the house for a couple of hours. But it needs to be affordable. It needs to be family-friendly. Above all, it needs to be fun. Now, let's talk about high school sports. Bang for your buck, school sports provide the perfect game plan for your family. You'll enjoy all of the drama and excitement competitive sports offer. You'll be supporting the future leaders of our community in a meaningful way. Best of all, you can take the entire family without breaking the bank. Heck, you won't even dent it. Now, enough chalk talk. Let's get out there and see what's playing at the high school in your community. School sports. Good for our kids, good for our community. This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Today's presentation on Arena Sports Net is brought to you by Cleaver Supplements, a proud sponsor of programming. Cleaver Supplements, pure supplements when genetics are just not enough.
Hey everybody, thanks for listening to today's program. It was brought to you by ButcherBox and ButcherBox.com. It's the place where you can get 100% grass-fed and grass-finished beef, free-range organic chicken, and heritage-bred pork delivered for free on your schedule for less than $6 per meal. Visit arenasportsnet.com and click on the ButcherBox logo.
This is the 34th Circle City Classic.
3-0 Kentucky State. 10:28 remains in the first quarter. A good drive by Kentucky State, but a third down stop by Central State. Allowed a 29-yard field goal by Turner Warren to put points on the board. Rushing yards so far, 38-7 in favor of Kentucky State. They have the only 2 first downs of the game. Scoring drive, 7 plays, 58 yards. They used 2:49 to get that field goal. Here's the approach and the kick. And it's taken at the 8-yard line, ahead to the 10, far side, 15-20. Stutter step move by Ford to the 30, and is surrounded and dropped by a bunch of thoroughbreds at the 29-yard line. And that is where the Central State Marauders will have their second possession. 10:20 remains in the first quarter. 3-0 in favor of Kentucky State. And you have to wonder what they will do to answer the score. You have to wonder what they will do. On first down, the long fade, left side incomplete. They tried it again. Trent Mays has yet to complete a pass. That's a play that Central State opened up with. Levon Meeks, the intended receiver, second down. And you have to figure if the Marauders get one completion, it'll get them started on their drive. Let's see how they deploy here. 2 receivers left, 2 receivers right, lone receiver left. Mays back in shotgun formation with the back standing to his left. That's Nelson. And on the handoff to Nelson. Nelson running left across the 30, smothered again. The Central State Marauder offense so far has been ground to a halt. And they're not getting any kind of production on first and second down. So now there's a big third down. It's right here, right now for Central State. Murthel Stewart made the tackle on that last play. 2 receivers coming to the right, 2 receivers left. Nelson, the lone setback with Mays in shotgun formation with the ball on the left hash. Receiver across the formation in motion. Snap to Mays. Rolling right. On the cross handoff comes Nelson. They smell that out and drop him again. So a little fake on the counter. And Jalen Dingle, the 6'1 redshirt junior from Detroit, Michigan, says, "No soup for you." So now it's 4th down and 9. And Central State will punt for the second time. Trevor Teal will do the honors. Silva back deep. They send the rush. A knuckleball punt. It's going to roll. And Silva's going to get away from it. And a roll out of bounds at about the 34-yard line. Let us know where you're listening from. You can text the booth at any time. The number is 708-510-7372. Give us your name. Let us know where you're listening from, and we'll say hi to you on the air. And we are absolutely thrilled to bring you coverage of this classic, and we got a bigger announcement coming for you at halftime. So here comes the Kentucky State offense led by Paul Campbell. 2 receivers right, lone receiver left. They operate with the ball on the left hash. Campbell waits in shotgun formation with the back standing to his left. Snap to Campbell, looking to throw, rushes on, and he's blasted. Ball came out at the last minute, but Campbell able to hold on to it. Campbell sacked back at the 26-yard line. Boy, oh boy. He didn't see the blitzer coming from the far side in a hurry. And I mean, he was absolutely rocked. Devin Walden, the 6'1" sophomore from Detroit. So each team now with a sack. 2nd down and 18. Snap to Campbell, looking to throw. Fires near side. This pass is caught. Pulling away. Receiver out to the 36-yard line. And the catch for Kentucky State made by Jordan Level, the 6'1" sophomore from Detroit, Oak Park High School in Detroit. And now it is 3rd down for Kentucky State. They are 2 for 3 so far on 3rd downs. They send 2 receivers out to the right, lone slot to the left. Campbell waits in shotgun formation, receiver coming across the formation in motion. And the snap to Campbell. Looks left, throws left. This pass is caught again outside of the 40, 45, 50. Got a 1st down. Catch made for Kentucky State by Demetrius Anderson. So Mr. Anderson gets his first catch. 1st down Kentucky State. Brought to you by Subway. Move those chains. And here they go with tempo again. This time trips to the right. Lone slot to the left. Campbell waits in shotgun formation with the back standing to his left. He empties the backfield. Campbell looks to throw. Uncorks a deep one. Got a man open. He's got it. Inside the 25 down to the 24-yard line. Wow. And that catch was made by Desmond Hot Rod Williams, the sophomore from Birmingham, Alabama. And here they go again with more tempo. 26-yard gain down to the 24-yard line, and Kentucky State is cooking. Campbell waits in shotgun formation one more time. Gets the belt high shotgun snap, looks to throw. Uncorks one over the middle. This pass is dropped. Williams, the intended receiver again, it is 2nd down. Boy, this Kentucky State offense, they're putting the yards up right now. They're at 100 yards even of offense. Unfortunately, they only have 3 points to show for it. You would think they would want to get a touchdown on this drive here. Campbell waits in shotgun formation. 2 receivers left. Lone slot to the right. Running back to the right side of Campbell. Campbell will throw over the middle. What a catch! No, he didn't bring it in. Oh, my goodness. I thought he caught it. Oh, man. Great play on defense by Kajamis Sanders. I thought he brought that one in. He went up Odell Beckham style and couldn't come down with the one hand. Anderson, the intended receiver. And now another 3rd down for Kentucky State as they are 3 for 4. They missed one on their last drive, which only led to a field goal attempt. 3rd down and 10 from the 24-yard line. Snap to Campbell, looking to throw. Escapes to his left, now dumps it off over the middle. That pass is caught, and it should be enough for a 1st down. He's still going. He's down inside the 15, down to the 13-yard line. Brett Silva doing it all here early in the 1st quarter. It was supposed to only be a 9-yard gain, but it turns into an 18-yard gain. Mark the ball at the 12 inside the Staples red zone. Move those chains for Kentucky State. It's 1st and 10 for the Thoroughbreds inside the Staples red zone at the 12-yard line. Campbell waits back in shotgun formation. 2 receivers right, lone slot to the left. Silva stands to the left to Campbell. Campbell gets the belt high shotgun snap, looks to throw, throws a fade to the right side. The pass is caught, but it's going to be a big loss. Central State finally coming up with a stop defensively. Desmond Williams made the catch, but the loss is back to the 14 or to the 13-yard line, so it's only a loss of 1. It's where his momentum was stopped. 2 receivers left, lone slot to the right, ball on the right hash. Campbell waits in shotgun formation. He takes the belt high shotgun snap, hands to Silva, cuts back to the left, inside the 10, wrestled down inside the 10, down to the 8-yard line. So a pickup of 5. It'll be 3rd down and 6 for the Kentucky State Thoroughbreds as they look to add on to their 3-0 lead. 5 minutes left in the opening quarter. Kentucky State inside the Staples red zone. 3rd down and 6. Campbell waits in pistol formation, I beg your pardon. Now they shift to a shotgun. 2 receivers left, 2 tight ends to the left. Campbell pitches out to Silva. Silva upended at the 10-yard line and taken down. On the carry was Tyrone Wilkerson, the sophomore from Louisville. And it'll force another field goal attempt by Warren. Turner Warren, the 6-foot sophomore from Louisville, who has provided the only point so far for Kentucky State. Ball will be placed down at the 16-yard line. This is a 26-yard field goal attempt, left hash. Snap is backing down. Warren's kick is good. So with all the yards and all of the movement for Kentucky State, they've only 6 points to show for it. So another defensive win for Central State, I beg your pardon. But it's only a 6-0 lead for Kentucky State with 4:03 left in the first quarter. Let's have a look at the Cleaver Supplement stat sheet so far. Mays so far is 1 for 3 for only 4 yards in the game. Brett Silva has carried 3 times for 43 yards. He got that 41-yard run on the first drive for Kentucky State. Paul Campbell, 8 of 11, 81 yards. He was sacked once in the game. He has been sacked once in the game. Demetrius Anderson has caught 2 for 29. Desmond Williams has caught 3 for 23. So the balls have been spread out for Kentucky State in their passing game. What the problem is, they have been stopped each time they've had the ball and have gotten deep in Kentucky State territory. Kentucky State 2 for 4 on 3rd down. Central State 0 for 2. And Kentucky State has all 5 first downs so far. They got the kiss cam rolling here, and I think some people were surprised by it. Kyle will kick it off. For Kentucky State. $6-0 in favor of the Thoroughbreds. They won in overtime last year, 17-14. They've won the last 8 in this series. The approach and the kick, high and short, and it comes down to Saffold. Saffold trying to escape to his left, now turns back to the right, looking for some blocks. Got one out to the 30, out to the 35, straight ahead and down at the 39-yard line. So now it's first down for the Central State Marauders. They have the ball for the third time with their best starting position out to the 37-yard line. 1st and 10, pitch out, Nelson running left. Nelson trying to get a block, gets to the 40, and a couple thoroughbreds meet him and wrestle him down at the 42-yard line. Diego Lewis on the stop for Kentucky State. There's only been one penalty in this game. It came against Central State on the first drive of the game. Ball's out to the 42-yard line, 2nd down and 5. Mays waits in shotgun formation, gets the shotgun snap, hands to the jet sweep, runner running through, and he gets tackled at the 44. Gain of 2, and it'll be 3rd down. 6-0 Kentucky State. 2:54 remains in the opening period of play. Central State yet to pick up a first down. Let's see if they do it here. They face 3rd and 3, 2:40 for the quarter. Terrari Saffold took the jet sweep rush on that last play. Out of the shotgun formation, Mays drops the throw, looks right, throws right, over the head. No, he couldn't bring it in. Oh, my goodness. Mays is yet to complete a pass, and Central State yet to pick up a first down. They are forced to punt again on 4th and 3. We'll have live coverage for you of the Battle of the Bands at halftime. VisitIndy.com is a proud presenter of our coverage this afternoon. Go to VisitIndy.com for everything you want to know about Indiana's capital city. The snap and the punt. Brett Silva waves for the fair catch. He dropped the ball! And it looked like Silva was able to get back on it. He was. Reds. With 115 total yards, they're averaging 7 yards a pop on each play, but they only lead 6-0. And now Campbell goes back to work. 2 receivers left, lone slot right. Here comes Silva on the counter. Silva is caught, and he is dropped. So Silva actually loses a yard. It'll be 2nd down, and they're going to say 10. Yep, the ball was at the 18 to start. So it's 2nd and 10 from the 18. Even 2 minutes for the opening quarter. Campbell waits in shotgun formation with the ball on the left hash. 2 receivers right. Lone slot left. Snap to Campbell. Looking to throw. Escapes to his right. Campbell fires a bullet. And it is. It's caught. They rule it a catch because they are marking the ball at the just shy of the 25-yard line. And that catch was made by Jonathan Powell. So now 3rd down for Kentucky State. Hold it. We got a penalty flag. I think Kentucky State. So now legal substitution now catches Kentucky State, and they lose 5 yards. So 3rd and 3 now becomes 3rd and 8. Jordan Level made that last reception. Third down and 8 for Kentucky State. 2 receivers left, 2 receivers right. Silva waits in the backfield with Campbell, who Campbell waits in shotgun formation. Snap to Campbell, looking to throw. Campbell waits, escapes to his right, has to have somewhere to go, does not, cuts upfield outside the 20, wrestles down to the 25-yard line. And for the first time, Kentucky State is stopped on 3 plays. So Kentucky State will punt for the first time as we come down inside of the Staples final minute. Hunter Warren will do the honors. Saffold back deep to receive for Central State. A race to the right. Here's the rugby-style kick. It's high in the air, and it's going to bounce at the 48-yard line, out of bounds. So this is the best starting field position of the day for Central State. The question is, can they take advantage of it? Final 10 seconds of the first quarter. 6-0 in favor of Kentucky State. And kudos to the Central State defense for not being down 14-0. 28-yard punt to the 48 with no return. And this is the best starting field position of the day for Central State. Mays waits in shotgun formation. 2 receivers to the right, lone slot to the left. This will be the last play of the quarter, barring a penalty. Snap to Mays. They'll try the reverse to Nelson. Nelson running near side, inside the 50, inside the 45, and wrestled down out of bounds with 3 seconds remaining in the opening quarter. Oh, that will be the end of the first quarter. And we are done with 1 period of play. And it has been interesting, to say the least. The score at the end of 1 is the Kentucky State Thoroughbreds 6 and the Central State Marauders nothing. Although by looking at the numbers, you would not believe that it's only 6-0. We'll come back in 60 with more of the 34th Annual Circle City Classic. You're hearing it live on Arena Sports Net and Arena Sports Net Plus.
This just in. Despite what you may have heard, life is a game. Really. Anybody that says otherwise has never played a sport. Think about it. Sports teach us useful life lessons. Sayings like, hard work pays off, patience is a virtue, and there are no shortcuts take on a whole new meaning once you've played sports. Competition toughens us up, too. It forces us to push ourselves, and it reminds us not to take anything in life for granted. At the end of the day, when the final whistle blows, sports teach lessons that can make us better athletes and teammates. More importantly, they teach us lessons that can help prepare us for life.
This is the 34th Circle City Classic.
Ready to go to the second quarter as the Marauders now have flipped sides. They are inside Kentucky State territory for the first time. It is 2nd down and 3 from the Kentucky State 45. Mays waits with 2 backs in the backfield with him. Now Mays changes the play. 2 receivers out to the left. Max protection backfield. Turn in hand to Nelson. Nelson running off to the right. And Nelson he's close. He's going to be short by a yard. Stat of the game so far brought to you by Cleaver Supplements. No first downs for Central State so far. Absolutely nada. So now it is 3rd down and 1. A half minute gone, second quarter of play. Central State moving right to left as we see it and as you folks are listening along at home with us. Mays ducks under center with an I formation behind him. They give it to the fullback, and he looks like he has it. Hold it. They gave it to the fullback, Darius Metters. And he had to reach the 42-yard line. That's where the mark needed to be. And now the question is the spot. 13:55 remains in period 2. It is 6-0 in favor of Kentucky State. Let me say hello to a very dear friend of mine, Joshua Jackson, who is scheduled to go on air in a couple of hours with Florida A&M They stretched the chains, and the survey said first down. So the first down of the game for Central State. And it keeps the drive moving. It doesn't end in 3 plays this time. A minute plus gone, second quarter of play. 1st and 10 for Central State at the 42-yard line of Kentucky State. 13:40 remaining in the first half. Mays takes the shotgun snap, and he dropped the ball. And Central State recovers. It's now second down. The ball never came up. As we look at it on the replay box here, the ball never came up. Boy, Jim Everett and Doug Smith know a little something about that from 1989. 2nd and 11 on a lost yard. Mays rolls out to the left, looking to throw. Now looks, he can't throw it away. Nowhere to go for Mays on that last play, as he was pushed just before he got out of bounds. And now it is 3rd and 11 from the 43-yard line for Central State as they look to keep this drive alive. Mays waits in shotgun formation. He takes the shotgun snap, looks to throw, fires the screen, complete to Nelson inside the 45 to the 40, leaps over a tackler, and he gets inside the 35 to the 34-yard line. They're going to be 3 yards shy of the first down. Good job by Nelson keeping the play alive. Now, what do you do if you're Central State and Coach Cedric Pearl? You face 4th and 3 from the 34-yard line, and I believe they're going to keep their offense on the field and go for it. Down 6-0, 12 minutes remaining in the first half. Hey, Joshua Jackson, what would you do in this situation? It's 4th and 2 from the 34-yard line. Line to make is the 32. Mays under center with an I formation behind him. Receiver across the formation in motion, and they're going to throw for it. Mays rolling out to the right, looking. Now pop flies deep side, left side. It is caught! No, he's out of bounds. He stepped out of bounds. The official dropped his hat as Renan Lorenzo ran out of bounds. He sure did. We're looking at the replay right now. He was a couple yards out of bounds before he came back in to make the catch. And Kentucky State gets the ball. Kentucky State gets the ball when we come back. Oh, brother, was that close. But he did step out of bounds, so Kentucky State takes it, leading 6-0, 11:42 remaining in the first half. Let's take time out.
Today's presentation on Arena Sports Net is brought to you by Cleaver Supplements, a proud sponsor of programming. Cleaver Supplements, pure supplements when genetics are just not enough.
You don't need 4 letters to tell you what's going on in the world of sports. No, no, no. You only need 3. ASN, Arena Sports Network, where every team has a fan.
Hey folks, the Asylum Sports Show is back and growing more than ever. And the best thing, we're now on 5 days a week at 8 p.m. Eastern.
New shows will run Thursday nights at 8 p.m. Eastern, and you can catch up on any action that you have missed. The Asylum Sports Show, presented by Cleaver Supplements, 8 Eastern, only on the Arena Sports Net, where every fan has a voice
and every team has a fan.
This presentation of the 34th Circle City Classic on Arena Sports Net is brought to you by Visit Indy. For more information, log on to visitindy.com. This is the 34th Circle City Classic.
Kentucky State holds on 4th down as Renan Lorenzo ran out of bounds then came back in to make a spectacular catch. But once you're out of bounds, you're out of play. And it's 1st and 10, Kentucky State moving left to right in the all-white uniforms, green numbers trimmed in yellow. Campbell waits in pistol formation, gets the snap, fakes to Silva, rolls out to the right, looking to throw, uncorks a deep one, man running free. He's got it! And down at the 23-yard line. Oh, baby! That was a great fake. For a 43-yard completion to Desmond Hot Rod Williams. And Kentucky State knocking on the door again, moving right. 11-10 for the second quarter. Campbell this time back in full shotgun formation. 2 receivers left. Lone slot to the right. Receiver coming across the formation in motion. Desmond Williams gets the handoff, running off to the left, and Williams is forced out of bounds before he reaches the 20-yard line. And Williams seems a little shaken up, so he'll stay out for the next play. 2nd and 8, 2-yard gain on the 21-yard line. 10:40 left in the second quarter. Campbell waits back in shotgun formation. Silva stands to his right. 2 receivers right, 2 receivers left. Snap to Campbell, looking to throw. Looking. Now bolts out to the right, looking to throw. Now fires. It is caught by Silva. Rocked down to the 14-yard line. Good job by Silva, his running back, working his way open when he saw Campbell was in trouble. Silva's done it all here in the first half. And now they'll try to pay off this drive as they face 3rd and 1 on the Central State 14. Campbell under center with a lone back standing behind him. 2 tight ends in the game. 2 receivers off to the left. Silva's the lone back behind Campbell. They have 10 on the play clock. Campbell ducks under center, takes the snap, hands it to Silva inside the 10, inside the 5, and written down at about the 2-yard line. Brett Silva, again, doing it all here in the first half. It is 1st and goal, Kentucky State, as Silva reached out to stretch the ball over the goal line. A pickup of 12 for Silva, and a 1st and goal. Campbell under center. He'll take it himself. Hold it. We got a flag for a false start. Let's get the call. Left guard jumped too early. So 1st and goal will now come from the 6-yard line. 9:35 and counting remaining second quarter of play. Ashton Humphrey guilty of the penalty. Ashton Humphrey, the 6'2", 295 redshirt sophomore from Maysville, Kentucky. 1st and goal from the 6. Campbell to throw. Fires a fade to the left corner of the end zone, and it is incomplete. That was nearly picked off. Didn't put enough air under it. On defense that time, Lawrence Inman, the 6-foot junior from Fairborn, Ohio. Urbana University High School is where he came from. And it's 2nd and goal from the 6. Ball on the right hash. Campbell waits in shotgun formation. Sylvie stands to his right. 2 receivers left, 1 receiver to the right. And now tight end creeps across the formation in motion from left to right. Snap to Campbell. Fires quickly to Silva. Silva inside the 5. He is in. Touchdown, Kentucky State. Pass completed to Jonathan Powell, the 6'1 sophomore from Greenville, Alabama, on the quick wide receiver screen. And the Thoroughbreds break the touchdown ice. They lead 12-0. Comes with 9:05 left in the first half. Warren for the extra point. Just imagine if they completed the first 2 drives. They'd really have their foot on Central State's neck right now, but Central State is still in this game. And there goes the Thoroughbred band. Snap is backing down. Warren's kick through the uprights and good. On the Cleveland Supplement scoreboard, 9:05 remains in quarter number 2. Kentucky State has widened their lead. It is now 13-0. Let's take time out.
I performed for our high school choir director, who taught me to breathe from the diaphragm and sing from the heart.
Speech, debate, theater, music. The performing arts teach valuable life lessons that typically aren't taught in the classroom. They help high school students learn leadership skills that prepare them to enjoy more satisfying, productive lives.
Hey, I've got a question for you. Who will you perform for?
This message presented by the Illinois High School Association and the high school in your community.
Let's talk about the X's and O's of family entertainment. Every parent in Indiana knows the importance of being able to draw up an activity that'll get you out of the house for a couple of hours. But it needs to be affordable. It needs to be family-friendly. Above all, it needs to be fun. Now, let's talk about high school sports. Bang for your buck, school sports provide the perfect game plan for your family. You'll enjoy all of the drama and excitement competitive sports offer. You'll be supporting the future leaders of our community in a meaningful way. Best of all, you can take the entire family without breaking the bank. Heck, you won't even dent it. Now, enough chalk talk. Let's get out there and see what's playing at the high school in your community.
And Kentucky State goes 66 yards in 6 plays. 2:37 off the clock. Jonathan Powell pays it off with a 5-yard touchdown reception. The approach and the kick from Cowell. It'll come down to Saffold at the 15. Straight ahead, 20, 25. Getting through a hole, 30, 35, 40. If he turns on the Jets, he's gone. He's out of here. 85 big ones for Saffold, and Central State responds. Touchdown! He hit the hole quick. And once he did, nobody touched him. 85 yards. Tararis Saffold, the 6-foot sophomore from Hayneville, Alabama, just took the kickoff from Kentucky State's touchdown and raced 85 yards. Teal for the extra point. I beg your pardon, Isaiah Smith for the extra point. It is good. Central State has woken up. I told you Central State was in this game. And here they are. Tararis Saffold, 85-yard touchdown on the kickoff. 8:55 for the second quarter. New score. Kentucky State 13, Central State 7. We got ourselves a football game after all. We'll pause for this timeout.
Hey, honey, is this your course schedule for the fall?
Yep.
Let me see here. English, good. Chemistry, trigonometry, excellent. World history, I love world history. Baseball? Wait, baseball? Baseball isn't a course, honey.
Well, sure it is, Mom. High school sports are about so much more than winning and losing. They teach lessons that can't be taught in a classroom, like accountability and self-discipline, the value of teamwork. I may not be earning a grade, but I'm learning how to compete later in life. Isn't that what getting a good education is all about?
Yes, of course it is. I was just testing you.
What can teenagers here in Indiana learn from participating in high school sports? Plenty, as it turns out. That's why they're called education-based athletics.
High school sports. There's so much more than just a game.
This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Quickly, we're back to play as Kentucky State. Jonathan Powell takes the kickoff and is written down at the 38-yard line. Well, Tararis Saffold provides a response. 13-7 in favor of Kentucky State And now, if Central State is able to get a stop on this possession, they'll have a chance to not only tie the game, but get the lead. But first things first, they got to get a stop here. It is 1st and 10. Campbell waits in shotgun formation with the back standing to his right. Campbell looks right, fires right, caught by Williams. Demetrius Anderson. Anderson breaking tackles. Anderson brought down for a loss. Brought down at the 37-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 11 from the 37. 8:29 remains in the second quarter. As Campbell waits in shotgun formation one more time. Now they'll back it up to a pistol. Campbell hands to Silva. Silva caught and dropped. And now it is 3rd down, 3rd and 10. It'll be 3rd down and 10 from the 38-yard line as the Central State 45-yard line. 17-yard gain and a first down for Central State. And now Campbell pushing the tempo again, waits in pistol formation. Sylvie stands behind him, turn in hand to Sylvie, running off left tackle. Sylvie bounces off a tackle and is dragged down. Second and 10 coming up. I beg your pardon, 2nd and 7 coming up for Kentucky State. 7:15 remains in the first half. Kentucky State 13, Central State 7. Each team has all of their timeouts, and we have an injury. And injured player is up, and that's a good sign. Injured player is Joseph Castellanos, the starting tight end, the redshirt junior out of North Brunswick, New Jersey. So he'll be helped off the field. Cameron Gore, the 6'4 freshman from Fort Knox, will take his place. 2nd and 7. Out of the pistol formation, snap to Campbell, turn in hand Sylvie, running off left tackle again inside the 40. And he is brought down at the 38-yard line, so he gets another 4. It leaves 3rd down and 3. 6:50 for the half. 13-7 in favor of Kentucky State. Kentucky State trying to capitalize on a big play on 3rd down. Well, they need 3rd down and 3 here. Snap to Campbell. Looks left, fires left. Caught by Sylvie. Inside the 40, inside the 35. If he's tackled there and he's tackled at the 34, that's a first down. Again, we'll have live coverage of the Battle of the Bands here at halftime. It is 1st and 10 for Kentucky State at the 34-yard line of the Marauders. Snap to Campbell, hand to Silva. Silva inside the 30, spins out of a tackle, still going down to the 27-yard line. That's a quick pick of 7, 2nd and 3. 6 minutes remaining in the first half, as the Thoroughbreds trying to up their lead again. 2nd and 3 from the 27-yard line. Second quarter, and your score is Central State trailing Kentucky State 13-7. Let's take time out.
Hey, honey, is this your course schedule for the fall?
Yep.
Let me see here. English, good. Chemistry, trigonometry, excellent. World testing you.
What can teenagers here in Indiana learn from participating in high school sports? Plenty, as it turns out. That's why they're called education-based athletics.
High school sports. There's so much more than just a game.
Back to business. 5:44 left in the second quarter. Campbell waits in shotgun. Hand to Sylvie on 3rd and 3. And Sylvie's popped and dropped. Sylvie did not get the first down. He had to get to the 24. Kentucky State coming into today averaging 17 points a game. Central State at 23-3, but Central State allows 41. Kentucky State allows 38. 3rd and 2. Sylvie stands to the left of Campbell. 2 receivers left, lone slot to the right. Campbell waits, gets the shotgun snap, but before he does, we have a flag down. And that explains why. False start called against Kentucky State. So now 3rd and 2 now becomes 3rd and 7. Let's see what happens. Campbell will back up in shotgun formation. Sylvie stands to his right. 3 receivers to the left. Lone slot to the right as Campbell waits. He gets the belt high shotgun snap and looks to throw. Fires to the near side. It is caught by Sylvie. Sylvie tiptoeing his way down the sidelines. Inside the 15 down to the 11. Stability. There you go. 1st and 10 for the Thoroughbreds at the Marauders 11-yard line. The snap to Campbell, hand to Sylvie. Sylvie's in trouble. Breaks forward. We get a penalty flag, a possible face mask. And if that's the case, that's an automatic first down for the Thoroughbreds. Here we go.
Personal foul, face mask, defense number 13. Got pushes to the goal, automatic first down.
That's exactly what happened. It's a face mask called against Central State's Mikeon Hunter, the 5'10 freshman from Trotwood, Ohio. Trotwood Madison High School is where he called home. So instead of a negative play, it's 1st and goal from the 6 and 4:24 left in the half. And Kentucky State has moved the ball at will. When we were here last time, they had 17 in the first half. They got 13 right now and knocking on the door for more. Sylvie waits in the backfield to the left of Campbell. Snap to Campbell, looking to throw. Campbell, the lob, right side of the end zone, incomplete. 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal for Kentucky State. Second and goal from the 6. Campbell waits in shotgun formation, trips to the left in bunch formation. Campbell looks to throw, fires out left. That pass is caught. Jig move inside the 5, and he dropped the ball. Central State's got it. Are they going to call that an incomplete pass? It is 3rd and goal from the 6. Incomplete pass. As Campbell waits, gets the shotgun snap, looks to throw, a lob to the right side of the end zone. It is incomplete, out of bounds. Demetrius Williams, the intended receiver, and it's 4th down. So this is a big hold for Central State. Trevor Warren will try his 3rd field goal of the first half. This time it'll be from 23 yards. And they're going to run a fake. Pitch out. Warren. And Warren is in. Touchdown, Kentucky State. Wow. I tricked you. Trevor Warren is about as shocked as anybody on the field, and we have an injury. Six-yard touchdown run for Turner Warren. And Turner Warren, the junior from Louisville. Central State is Rashawn Searles, the starting defensive lineman, 6'1", 250, a junior from Shaker Heights, Ohio. Shaker Heights, Ohio. That's a great name. I didn't know Huber Heights, Ohio existed until I went there. Warren for the extra point. He'll try to get all 7 points himself. Snap back ball down. Warren's kick. Oh, I don't know. It snuck through. It did sneak through, so that's a good thing. So Turner Warren surprises everybody with a 6-yard touchdown run on a 4th and goal when it looked like they were going to attempt a field goal. Psych! 20-7. Kentucky State. Let's take time out.
Hey, honey, is this your course schedule for the fall?
Yep.
Let me see here. English, good. Chemistry, trigonometry, excellent. World history, I love world history. Baseball? Wait, baseball? Baseball isn't a course, honey.
Well, sure it is, Mom. High school sports are about so much more than winning and losing. They teach lessons that can't be taught in a classroom, like accountability and self-discipline, the value of teamwork. I may not be earning a grade, but I'm learning how to compete later in life. Isn't that what getting a good education is all about?
Yes, of course it is. I was just testing you.
What can teenagers here in Indiana learn from participating in high school sports? Plenty, as it turns out. That's why they're called education-based athletics.
High school sports. They're so much more than just a game.
This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
This is the 34th Circle City Classic.
Well, Turner Warren said if the offense can't do it, I'll do it myself. He scores on a fake field goal, 6-yard touchdown run, and then he gets the extra point. It's now 20-7 in favor of Kentucky State. Cal will kick off for Kentucky State. And it's a pooch kick. They're trying to keep it away from Saffold. That's a live ball. And Central State gets it as it rolls out of bounds. Subway. Eat fresh. Now it's 1st and 10 for Central State, and they need another response. They nearly had one on 2 occasions on that last drive, but a conversion for a first down on a 24-yard run. And on first down, Mays will throw, escapes to his left, gets out of trouble, runs out of bounds at the 31-yard line. 6-yard gain, 2nd and 4. 3:10 for the half. Kentucky State 20, Central State 7. Second down and 5 from the 30-yard line. Snap to Mays. Hold it. We get a flag. And that's why we get a false start against Kentucky State. So 2nd and 5 becomes 2nd and 10. So that 5 yards that Mays got on that scramble drill goes for naught. From Terraris Saffold. Mays waits in shotgun formation with the back standing to his right. Mays back to throw on 5 steps. Uncorks a deep one near far sideline, incomplete. Man. And now it is 3rd down and 10 for Central State. And the last thing, if you're Central State, Renan Lorenzo was the intended receiver. Third down and 10. Mays waits in shotgun formation. Snap to Mays, looking to throw, rolls out to the left, fires. It is caught, but 5 yards shy of the first down. That catch was made by Darian Nelson, who was doing it all in the first quarter. Nelson, the senior from Cincinnati. And the Marauders will give up the ball again. Not a good first half performance for Central State. Keo will kick it away. Here's the snap. And he gets a high kickoff. It's going to be short, flagged down at the point of attack. And let's check the flag. Portions of today's game brought to you in part by Visit Indy. For all you want to know about Indiana's capital city, go online to visitindy.com. And the flag says,
12 on the field, defense, 5-yard penalty, results in first down.
oh, that's what happened. 12 men on the field against Central State, which means against Kentucky State, I beg your pardon, which I believe gives Central State a first down at their own 35-yard line. That's exactly what that means. So Central State gets a break, and their offense returns to the field, and they'll look to capitalize on this opportunity, given a second chance with their offense. Mays waits back in shotgun formation. He gets the high shotgun snap, rolls right, looking to throw, incomplete. And we get a penalty flag in the back. Why on that clip as we're looking at here on the big board here at Lucas Oil Stadium. Three straight penalties. 35 yards in penalties. So now they move down to the Kentucky State 35-yard line. Now, if you're Central State, you want to pay this off with a touchdown. 99 seconds remaining in the first half. Mays waits in shotgun formation. He takes the shotgun snap, retreats on 5 steps to throw. Over the middle, man running free. He dropped the ball. And it's Nelson. It's Darian Nelson who was the intended receiver. He had a touchdown right in front of him, and it went off of his hands. You're not going to get more open than that given that situation. And I like what the coach has done as I'm looking up at the screen here. The encouragement from everybody saying, we're going to need you later on. You got 3 more shots if you're Central State. They trail 20-7, 1:34 left in the second quarter. Mays waits in shotgun formation. And the counter handoff to Saffold. Saffold inside the 20 and written down to the 19-yard line. So they didn't get all 35, but they picked up 16. That's a Subway first down. Move those chains. So 1st and 10 for Central State. You got time. 1:15 left in the first half. And now this pass is caught inside the 15, but written down right there on the right side. The catch was made by Levon Meeks, who also acts as the backup quarterback for Central State. Gain of 5, 2nd and 5. Now the clock becomes your enemy. 50 seconds for the half. And Central State, I believe, will use a timeout. They will. They will indeed use a timeout. That comes with 47 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Kentucky State 20, Central State 7. And let's give you a few individual stats right now. For Kentucky State, Brett Silva, 8 carries, 67 yards. Turner Warren got 1 carry for 6 yards, but he's also picked up a touchdown in the process. Demetrius Williams has caught 4 for 66 yards. Jonathan Powell got a reception and a touchdown. Demetrius Anderson has caught 3 for 28, but it's all about Central State right now. If they can get in the end zone and make this a ball game. 47 seconds left in the first half. They have 1 timeout left. Mays waits in shotgun formation, fullback across the formation in motion, and Mays will throw over the middle. Tip, incomplete. Oh, they had the play. They had the play, but a great job by Ryan Lockett. Ryan Luckett, I beg your pardon, the senior from Orlando, Florida, to deflect the pass. And now you got the biggest play of the half for Central State. It is 3rd and 6 from the 15. You got a field goal in your back pocket to keep it a 2-possession game. But you have to wonder if they will spend that final timeout and go for it. First things first, you got to get the first down. And they won't. Dragged down at the point of attack. Making the tackle for Kentucky State, Jalen Dingle, the redshirt junior from Detroit. And now you face 4th down and 6 from the 15-yard line. What do you do here? And it looks like I'm going to get my answer. They're going to wait and let the clock run down, and they'll take the field goal attempt. Down to 11. Now 10 and 9. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Timeout. Central State. 2 seconds left in the first half. So 2 seconds remain in the first half. And the Marauders of Central State will try to pick up a field goal. What would be an absolute crime is if they pick up nothing, especially after gaining 35 yards on penalties. Kiel will try the field goal attempt. It'll be placed at the 22, so it's a 32-yard attempt. All right, let's see what happens. It'll be a 32-yard field goal attempt on the right hash, angle to the left. Snap good, spot down, kick on the way. It is good! That is huge for Central State. They get a field goal, and they trail at the half 20-10. That was huge, absolutely huge. For Trevor Teal, the freshman from San Diego. Your score at the end of the first half. It is Kentucky State 20, Central State 10. The Battle of the Bands and the Subway Halftime Report on the way after this.
Let's talk about the X's and O's of family entertainment. Every parent in Indiana knows the importance of being able to draw up an activity that'll get you out of the house for a couple of hours. But it needs to be affordable. It needs to be family-friendly. Above all, it needs to be fun. Now, let's talk about high school sports. Bang for your buck, school sports provide the perfect game plan for your family. You'll enjoy all of the drama and excitement competitive sports offer. You'll be supporting the future leaders of our community in a meaningful way. Best of all, you can take the entire family without breaking the bank. Heck, you won't even dent it. Now, enough chalk talk. Let's get out there and see what's playing at the high school in your community. School sports. Good for our kids, good for our community.
It's the Battle of the Bands here during the Subway Halftime Report, and we got it for you right now.
As Kentucky State University and Central State University compete for the Circle City Classic Battle of the Bands. This is one competition where every note counts. Bands don't miss a beat because the winning team receives a $5,000 donation to their school's music department. Ladies and gentlemen, your band judges for the Battle of the Bands are William R. Sanders, Jeffrey Payne, and Pete A. White. Taking the field first, Kentucky State University Marching Band under the direction of band directors Mr. Alvin Level.
just 8 2 games. To all the victims of this terrible hurricane season, we wish your hopes, your hearts, and your communities a swift recovery as we continue to keep you in our prayers. In all things, we still give praise. So please, enjoy our rendition of Praise Is What I Do as we sing with you in solidarity.
Break it up!
Now taking the field. The Central State University.
This just in. Despite what you may have heard, life is a game. Really. Anybody on a whole new meaning once you've played sports. Competition toughens us up, too. It forces us to push ourselves, and it reminds us not to take anything in life for granted. At the end of the day, when the final whistle blows, sports teach lessons that can make us better athletes and teammates. More importantly, they teach us lessons that can help prepare us for life. So yeah, life is a game, And each of the more than 160,000 high school athletes in Indiana is better off for playing. High school sports. Pure spirit, pure sport. This message brought to you by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the high schools in your community.
This presentation of the 34th Circle City Classic on Arena Sports Net is brought to you by Visit Indy. For more information, log on to visitindy.com.
Programming on Arena Sports Net is fueled by Cleaver Supplements. Hey folks, it's time to get your body kick-started. With that in mind, reach for the supplements that will do just that. Cleaver Supplements. They provide natural supplements to help you lose weight, get stronger, and have greater workouts, all to propel you towards your summer body and mind goals. Visit cleaversupplements.com today and get on the best track to a healthier you. Cleaver Supplements. Pure supplements for when genetics are just not enough.
Hey everybody, this is Tara. You know, I'm all about the race during the day, but at night, I just want to know what the scores and the hot sports takes are. And that is where I get on the night drive. Each night, you'll get the results of the games, the hot stories, and a little fun mixed in. We get started on Monday, and I'll be getting some help from some people to make this happen. The ASN Night Drive, beginning Monday, 7th at 11 p.m. Eastern, only on Arena Sports Net.
Hey folks, the Asylum Sports Show is back and growing more than ever. And the best thing, we're now on 5 days a week at 8 p.m. Eastern.
New shows will run Thursday nights at 8 p.m. Eastern, and you can catch up on any action that you have missed. The Asylum Sports Show, presented by Cleaver Supplements. 8 Eastern, only on the Arena Sports Net, where every fan has a voice.
And every team has a fan.
Have you noticed? Sports today are different. Today's athletes are bigger and stronger. They run faster, jump higher, and hit harder than ever before. But there is one thing that hasn't changed about sports, and that's the importance of practicing sportsmanship. At the Indiana High School Athletic Association, we like to remind you that winning isn't everything. The way you play matters, and a true champion plays the game with respect. For the opponent, for the coaches, and for the officials. True champions practice sportsmanship with the same degree of intensity that they play the games themselves. Sports may evolve, athletes may change, but the mark of a true champion will always be the same. Play like a champion. Practice sportsmanship. This message brought to you by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the high schools in your community.
It's the geometry teacher who mans the ticket window.
It's the kid in grade school who paints her face blue and white before every home game.
It's the accountants and salesmen and store managers who give up their Friday evenings to referee.
It's the graduate who listens to the league championship game on the internet.
It's the parent who sells ads in the school athletic program.
It's the cashier at the corner convenience store who wears school colors on every game day.
It's the trainers, equipment managers, and ball boys who never miss a practice.
What makes high school sports here in Indiana so special? They do.
You do.
We all do.
High school sports. It's the we that every community needs. This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
I'm Pamela Michelle, and when I start my day, I start it off with some hard-hitting sports talk, and you should too. It's called Snowman in the Morning, weekdays at 9 a.m. Eastern. You can listen to it via TuneIn Radio if you're on the go, or via Arena Sports.
Did 12 first downs to 5 as we look at some of the Subway stats in favor of Kentucky State. In fact, it's all in favor of Kentucky State. Kentucky State has gained 259 yards of offense, Central State only 67, and yet it's only a 10-point game. Kentucky State will get the ball to start the second half. Keel will kick it away right to left as we see it and as you folks are listening along at home with us. They approach in the boot. And it's taken in by Brett Silva across the 20, 25, 30, and picked up and dropped at the 35-yard line. And that is where Kentucky State will begin their first drive of the second half. Brett Silva in the first half, 8 carries, 67 yards. He had that 41-yard gain in the first quarter. Paul Campbell, 17 of 23, 185 yards. He's thrown a touchdown. Desmond Williams has caught 4 for 66 yards. So Kentucky State moves right here to... They get to the 41-yard line, pickup of 6, second down and 4. Just getting started here in quarter number 3. Kentucky State 20, Central State 10. Kentucky State with the first possession. And they'll operate out of the pistol formation, moving right, turn in hand to Sylvie across the 40, 45, 50. Breaking a tackle inside the 45, ripped down to the 40-yard line. So Brett Silva gains 21 yards. And he is up to 88 yards on 9 carries. He's their leading rusher coming into this afternoon. 1st and 10 from the 41. Everybody stood up. Turn in hand to Sylvie. Sylvie breaking a tackle inside the 35 and creeps his way forward down to the 32-yard line. Pickup of 7, second down and 3. And Brett Silva having a whale of an afternoon. It is 2nd and 3 from the 32-yard line. Campbell waits in shotgun formation. Sylvie stands to his left, and they give it to Sylvie inside the 30, down to the 29. That's where he needed to go. And that's another Kentucky State first down. They picked up 3 so far on this drive. Campbell waits in pistol formation with Silva standing behind him. 2 receivers left, lone receiver right. Turn in hand to Sylvie. Cuts back the other way outside the 25. If he gets a block, he's going to the end zone inside the 15, inside the 10, and down to the 9-yard line. Man, this guy Brett Silva is doing it all. That's a delayed version of the counter trap. But Silva gets down to the 9-yard line. 20-yard gain and a first down. And goal. Campbell waits in shotgun formation. Silva stands to his right. Campbell flips it out to the right side for Anderson, and Anderson flipped out of bounds inside the 5. Jonathan Powell with that reception as he gets down to about the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal from the 4, and Kentucky State is making this look entirely too easy. 2nd and goal from the 4. Campbell waits in shotgun formation, 2 receivers right, lone slot left. Campbell takes the shotgun snap and hands to Silva. He walks in. Touchdown, Kentucky State. And takes a bow in the process. Take a bow, Brett Silva. He cut back to the right. And to borrow from my friend Joshua Jackson, he found nothing but goalposts. 26-10. Kentucky State with the lead. Turner Warren for the extra point. Snap is back and down. Kick on the way. It is good. And Kentucky State looking like they will get their second win of the year. They lead Central State now 27-10. Well, a promising announcement at halftime. It's now the third quarter, so I better go ahead and make this official. We at Arena Sports Net will bring you some action from Central State University. Cover some football games, cover some basketball games. We're going to work on the broadcast schedule And we'll get it up on the main website, arenasportsnet.com. Click on ASN Ohio for more information. But welcome to the coverage area of Central State University. Thank you to Nick Novi and the folks there for allowing us to bring that to you, as well as this. Again, last year these teams went overtime. Kentucky State won 17-14. And this is the fourth year in a row that they're playing here at Lucas Oil Stadium. Overall, this is the 58th meeting between the two teams. Central State holds a 35-21-1 advantage. Kentucky State has won the last 9, dating back to 2008. Coming into today, Levon Meeks has had back-to-back 100-yard receiving games. Marauders are making their record 8th appearance in the Circle City Classic. No other team that has played in this Classic has played in more than 5 of them. Cedric Pearl in his 4th season, 10-21, coming into this afternoon, and he's got a mountain to climb, down 27-10. Kyle will kick it off for Kentucky State, left to right. Twin receivers back deep for Central State. The approach and the kick. And it's taken in by Saffold at the 3-yard line, straight ahead to the 10, trying to get outside, 15, 20. Now reverses his field, out to the 20, to the 25, and ripped down with a flag coming in for a possible face mask. So first down for Central State as they'll tack on some yards for that face mask. So 1st and 10 for Central State. They move left and then snap to Mays. Rolling out to his left, looking to throw. Now unloads one, incomplete, and far out of bounds. Intended receiver, Renan Lorenzo, the junior from Trotwood, Ohio. Second down and 10. Ball at the 40-yard line. And a flag for delay of game. 12 men in the huddle. Second time Central City has been flagged for 12 men in the huddle. You would think there would be a little bit of a sense of urgency. But none shown so far. 11:49 remaining, third quarter. 27-10. Kentucky State the lead. Central State the ball. Turn in hand to Nelson. Nelson tripped. And he will lose a yard. Noise being made on both sides. So now, big third down coming up for Central State. The last thing you want to do is give the ball back to Kentucky State. Mays came into today the leading passer in the SIAC, but he's inherited a lot of problems. He's had a lot of problems this afternoon. Snap to Mays on 3rd and 11. Mays stepping up into the pocket. Ripped down for a sack. He goes down for the second time today, and it's Rodriguez Jones, the 6'4 senior from Newport News, Virginia, with the sack. There's a flag with it. And another face mask against Kentucky State. So that penalty will give Central State another first down. They've gotten more help with penalties in this game. And just like 3 years ago, Central State has got to climb out of a hole and get back in this contest. So 1st and 10 in plus territory for Central State at the 47-yard line of Kentucky State. Mays out of the shotgun formation, takes the shotgun snap and hands to Nelson running right. Nelson inside the 45-40, turns the corner, 35, and ring him down of bounds at about the 33-yard line. 14 more, and another Central State first down. Presented by Subway. Move those chains. First and 10, Central State at the 33-yard line. 14-yard gain for Nelson. 10:05 left in the third. Mays waits in shotgun formation, gets the belt high snap, looks to throw, fade right side. It is caught! It is caught at the 3-yard line, at the 2-yard line. Defensive back saying no. Referees are marking the ball. Receiver down in the end zone, injured. That was one heck of a catch. On a perfect throw from Mays on that fade. Looked like he may have just gotten the wind knocked out of him. But when he came down, that's when the ball came out. Pass was ruled a completion. And on 1st and goal at the 2. Pitch out Nelson running left. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Touchdown! Darian Nelson rams his way in, and the Marauders indeed respond. Holy cow, that was a big drive. That was an absolutely huge drive. Two-yard touchdown run for Darian Nelson. Trevor Teal will attempt the extra point to try to make this a 10-point game again. And they better hurry up. They got 2 on the play clock. They won't get the snap off. Lack of awareness is killing Central State today. So they'll back up 5, and this will be a longer extra point attempt for Kiel. Got to have this one here. Snap is backing down. Kick, knuckleball hits the uprights and is no good. That 5-yard penalty is now going to loom large. So Central State finds themselves down 11 instead of 10, 27-16. So far, up to date as we look at some of the stats, Kentucky State has 15 first downs. Central State has 8. Kentucky State 128 yards to 64. 196 passing yards in favor of Kentucky State to only 53. But here's where Kentucky State has allowed Central State to get back in the game. They've been penalized 8 times for 60 yards. Kentucky State again also in charge of the third down efficiency. 5 of 9 on third down. And that Subway drive for Central State, they go 5 plays, 60 yards, and 225. The payoff, a 2-yard touchdown run by Darian Nelson. Taking a look at some more numbers for Kentucky State today. Brett Silva has carried 11 times for 110 yards and a touchdown. Paul Campbell, 19 of 25, 196 yards. He's only been sacked once, and he has thrown a touchdown pass. For Central State, Trent Mays, 5 of 13, only 53 yards. He has yet to be sacked in this game. Darian Nelson has carried 8 times for 36 yards, and he has a touchdown. 9:35 remaining in quarter number 3. And it's Kentucky State by 11. That extra point miss due to that penalty was huge. The approach and the kick, it's a short one. Taken at the 11-yard line, ahead to the 20. They tried to the reverse to Powell. Powell to the 20, and Powell is written down inside the 15-yard line. He was caught at the 18. That's where they will mark him down on the tackle. Kalan Grover, the 5'11 sophomore from Chicago, the former Curie Condor, making the stop. And now Kentucky State has to figure we have to keep scoring. They absolutely have to keep scoring now. And on first down, the handoff to Silva. Silva running right, cuts back left, outside the 15, now ahead to the 19-yard line. That's a gain of 3. It'll be second down and 7 from the 19-yard line. 9 minutes remaining in the third quarter. 27 for Kentucky State, 16 for Central State. Silva stands to the right of Campbell in shotgun formation with the ball on the right hash. Snap to Campbell, looking right, throwing right, incomplete. That's a big incompletion. For the reasons it forces the clock, the clock will stop. Henry Alexander III, the 5'11 sophomore from Springfield, Ohio, providing the coverage. And now a big third down defensively for Central State. Campbell waits in shotgun formation. Kentucky State 5 of 9 on third downs today. Central State shows blitz. Here they come. Fires right. It is caught. And they mark him down at the 31. That's where they had to go. And that's a first down for Kentucky State. They are now 6 of 10 on third down. Central State came with a blitz that time. And Demetrius Anderson makes the catch. Out of the pistol on first down, turning hand to Meeks, running right. Meeks steps across the 30-yard line. And he gets wrestled down at about the 34. Silva is their workhorse today. And he is proving it. Out of the pistol formation this time. Campbell waits with Meeks behind him. Meeks gets the snap, fakes to Silva. Campbell escapes trouble. Now outside the 35, directing traffic. Unloads one, incomplete again. And again, defensively, Central State faces third down. Brett Silva is working his way toward our player of the game honors. He's carried 13 times for 117 yards. Now another third down defensively for Central State. Kentucky State 6 of 10 on third downs today. Last time Central State blitzed, and it looks like they're going to come again. They'll put 5 across the line, receiver across the formation in motion with the ball on the right hash. Campbell waits, gets the shotgun snap, fires short side, complete to Silva. Silva across the 35, he gets to the 37-yard line, and that should be enough for another Kentucky State first down, and it is. That short passing game has worked all afternoon for Kentucky State. Catch that time made by Tyrone Wilkerson out of Louisville, Kentucky. Now they work out of the pistol with Silva back in the formation. 2 receivers left. Lone slot to the right. Snap to Campbell. Hand to Silva running left. Silva trying to pick up a couple blocks. They set up the wall, and Silva not able to escape. Although he will pick up a yard to the 38-yard line. It'll leave second down and 9. For the Kentucky State Thoroughbreds. 6:56 remaining in the third quarter. 7th play of the drive coming up. Campbell waits for Kentucky State. This game for Central State so far in the second half has lived on third down, and they have not come up with a stop yet. 9th play of the drive coming up. Central State looking for a stop. 3 receivers to the right, lone slot to the left with the ball on the left hash. Campbell waits in shotgun formation, directing traffic. Silva stands to his right, and now will shift over to the left side. The Marauders show blitz, and here they come. Campbell to throw, looking, now fires, incomplete. And no flag flying in from the secondary. And Central State gets the stop that they need. Now you have to turn it into points. Especially since you missed that extra point if you're Central State the last time you scored. Cal will punt for only the second time today, and timeout. Timeout called by Kentucky State with 6:38 remaining in the third period. They want timeout, we'll give them timeout. We'll take one with them. 6:38 remains in the third quarter. Kentucky State 27, Central State 16. Let's take timeout.
Let's talk about the X's and O's of family entertainment. Every parent in Indiana knows the importance of being able to draw up an activity that'll get you out of the house for a couple of hours. But it needs to be affordable. It needs to be family-friendly. Above all, it needs to be fun. Now, let's talk about high school sports. Bang for your buck, school sports provide the perfect game plan. Talk. Let's get out there and see what's...
As Cal took a high snap and a false start called against Kentucky State. So now Kentucky State beginning to shoot themselves in the foot. So now 4th and 9 has become 4th and 14. Let's see what happens here. Cal waits to punt with the ball on the left hash. He gets the low snap, races out to the right and kicks it away. And it bounces and it's going to roll. Receiver gets out of the way. And the ball rolls to a stop at the 20-yard line. So it's 1st and 10. for the Central State Marauders. And now Central State will need to put a drive together. 6:38 remains in the third period. Trent Mays will try to lead his team back one more time. Out of the shotgun, turning hand to Nelson, running off to the right, and we got a flag. So now 1st and 10 has become 1st and 15 due to a false start. Mays trots in with the play. Central State trails 27-16, 6:35 left, third quarter of play. They'll send a receiver out to the right and a receiver out to the left. Mays waits in shotgun formation with a back standing to his right. And now Mays rolls right and is wrestled out of bounds before he reaches the 20-yard line. And now Central State will try to go up tempo. Trailing by 11 with 6:28 remaining in the third quarter. There's plenty of time left in this game, but this is the drive where Central State has to make a mark. If there was ever a drive that needed to pay off in a touchdown, this is the drive that needs to happen because you want to get back to within a one-score game. Mays got 4, second down and 11. From the 19-yard line. Mays waits, takes the shotgun snap, rolls right, hands it off to Nelson, running straight ahead, and Mays was about to get absolutely annihilated in the backfield, and we get a flag. Or do we? Yes, we do. So now Kentucky State gives Central State 5 extra yards. .538 remains, third quarter. 2nd and 6 from the 24. Mays takes the shotgun snap, looking to throw, and he can't. And he's wrestled down for a sack. No, we got a flag before anything else. Another false start against Central State. They decline the penalty, Kentucky State does. So Kentucky State declines the penalty. It leaves 3rd and 10 from the 20-yard line. Central State 1 for 7 on third downs this afternoon. If there was ever a time they needed a third down conversion, it is right now. Receiver across the formation in motion. Mays waits in shotgun formation, takes the snap, rolls out to the right, looking to throw, incomplete, overshot his receiver. So Central State unable to respond to their defensive stop. Kentucky State gets one of their own. And they'll punt one more time. Isaiah Smith will do the punting for Central State. Now what? So Kentucky State spends a timeout. It comes with 4:53 remaining in the third quarter. It's their second timeout. Second timeout charged for Kentucky State. Comes with 4:53 remaining in the third quarter. As I said, we are proud to announce that we have picked up Central State. So we're going to put a broadcast schedule together and let you know when and where we will be live from, featuring Central State. Now 4th down facing the Marauders of Central State. Wilson will punt. Receiver back deep. Silva back deep for the Thoroughbreds of Kentucky State. And gets in more trouble as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. So a return of 14 yards. And that return just got wiped out because of an illegal block on the back. And we are at a timeout. 4:39 left in the third period. Central State leads 27-16, and they have the ball when y'all come back.
Looking for future leaders we can trust and believe in? Look no further than the high school student athletes right here in Indiana. High school sports teach young people how to be effective leaders. It begins by making their grades and being on time for practice. It includes learning. Looking for future leaders we can trust and believe in? Look no further than the high school student athletes right here in Indiana. High school sports teach young people how to be effective leaders. It begins by making their grades and being on time for practice. It includes learning to listen, following directions, accepting responsibility, being a good role model. And it's about respect for officials, opponents, the rules, and each other. The result? It transcends sports. It gives us hope for the future. High school sports. There's so much more than just a game. This message presented by the Indiana
High School Athletic Association. We're getting back to work as Campbell takes a shotgun snap, looks to throw, and fires out to the left. And his pass is complete to Jonathan Powell. That's his third catch of the game. He didn't get much. He got a couple. 2nd down and 8. Campbell waits in pistol formation with Silva behind him. Snap to Campbell, hand to Silva, running off left tackle. Silva gets outside the 40 and is wrestled down by a couple of Marauders at the 40-yard line. That's a gain of 4. It leaves 3rd down and 4 with 4 minutes left in the third. Campbell waits out in shotgun formation. Silva stands to his right, to his left. Snap to Campbell, looking to throw over the middle. That pass is caught. 1st down and more. Outside midfield and down to the Central State 46-yard line. Cameron Gore, the 6'4" tight end out of Fort Knox, Kentucky, the freshman, makes the catch. He took the place down to about the 36-yard line. They're going to mark him out of bounds at the 38. This man, Brett Silva, has done it all this afternoon. He has been the running workhorse, and he is beginning to wear this Marauder defense down. 3 minutes for the third. 2nd and 2. Gain of 8 for Kentucky State. They move right to left. Campbell waits in shotgun formation. Silva jettisons the backfield. Campbell takes a snap. Now fires. Picked off! Oh, he did not. Oh, it looked like he picked it off. He couldn't hold on to it. And Henry Alexander was on coverage. So now another big 3rd down stop for Central State if they can get it. Campbell waits in shotgun formation, takes the belt high snap, looks left, throws left, caught by Johnson, and Johnson inside the 30. He's got another Kentucky State 1st down. Down to the 28. Portions of today's broadcast brought to you in part by Visit Indy for all you need to know about Indiana's capital city of Indianapolis. Oh, the phone, we got a flag. That's against Central State. So that first down is wiped out, and Central State gets another chance for a third down stop. So now it is 3rd and 10 from the 46-yard line. You would expect Silva to touch the ball. Campbell gets the shotgun snap. Flag is down, looking to throw. Free play for the Thoroughbreds, and he throws it incomplete as the pressure was on. And let's take a look at the flag. Oops. Illegal shift against Kentucky State, and it cost them a down because the pass was incomplete. And Kentucky State will have to punt. 2:23 left in the third period. Saffold will go back deep to receive the punt. Fourth time this afternoon, the Thoroughbreds will kick it away. The low snap is there, and here's the kick. They're trying to keep it away from Saffold, and Saffold picks it up and runs right out of bounds at about the 10-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 10 at the 10-yard line for the Marauders of Central State. So 1st and 10 for the Marauders. They start at their own 10-yard line. This is their worst field position of the afternoon. Mays will throw. Overshot his receivers. He threw it back to the right. And it'll be 2nd down and 10. Second and 10 for the Marauders, but 2:11 left in the third period. And the Thoroughbreds at Kentucky State leading 27-16. And again, one of the biggest plays of the game is the missed extra point by Central State. And they got to get some positive yardage here just in case of another punt. Snap to Mays, looking to throw, fires right. That pass is incomplete. It was deflected, it was nearly caught, and then it was dropped again. You put those 4 points on the board, and at that mixed extra point, it's a one-score game right now. As it stands, 3rd and 10 from the 9. And Mays will roll out to the right, looking to throw. Mays fires. It is caught. He sure did. And that is a first down for Central State. That's a huge catch by Levon Meeks again. And now they got to get into rhythm and get 1:40 remaining in the third. 100 seconds remaining in the third period. And it is 27-16 Kentucky State. Let's take time out.
We hear it more and more when people talk about sports. We need to change the culture. No more integrity taking a backseat to performance. No more players, coaches, and fans run amok. No more too big to fail. It sounds good. It sounds reasonable. Come to think of it, it sounds like high school sports. At the Indiana High School Athletic Association, we know that sports are just part of a student-athlete's overall education and that there's more to the game than winning. We also know that high school sports...
On first down, the handoff is to Nelson. Nelson is brought down in the backfield. This running game of Central State has not been able to get going at all. .115 left in the third, and a bailout has turned into a 2nd and 13 after a 3-yard loss by Nelson. They'll send 2 receivers out to the right and a lone slot to the left. Mays with 2 backs in the backfield with him. Nelson and a fullback. Snap to Mays. Rolling out to the right. Looking to throw. Throws back the other way. Caught by Nelson. Nelson outside the 20. Flips over a tackler to about the 22-yard line. And a Central State man is down. And I believe that player to be Lawrence Mosley. Mosley, 6'4", 330, a senior out of Dayton, Ohio. As we're inside of the Staples final minute, 49 seconds left in the third quarter. As Mosley gets treated, we want to tell you that this copyrighted broadcast is presented by authority of Arena Sportsnet and is intended solely for the private use of our audience. Any reproduction, retransmission, or any other use of the accounts and descriptions of this game without the express written consent of Arena Sportsnet is strictly prohibited. Mosley is on his feet. That is good to see. And now we're ready to get back to work. Third down and 11. 35 seconds and counting, third quarter. 8 on the play clock. This is what's killed Central State all day. Non-organization. Back to throw is Mays. Stepping up, and he is run over and sacked. And that will probably be the final play of the third quarter. Or it's fourth down, and they'll have to punt. 10 seconds left, third quarter. 8, 7, 6. This will be the final play. This punt right here. 3, 2, snap is away. And a short one, a shank. Out of bounds, across midfield. Down to the 46-yard line. And we're down with 3. One more to go. And Kentucky State will have made it 10 in a row in the series unless there's a rally left within the Central State Marauders. Something's got to give, and it's got to give fast. Done with 3. Kentucky State 27, Central State 16. Let's take time out.
This presentation of the 34th Circle City Classic on Arena Sportsnet is brought to you by Visit Indy. For more information, log on to visitindy.com.
Hey folks, the Asylum Sports Show is back and growing more than ever. And the best thing, we're now on 5 days a week at 8 p.m. Eastern.
New shows will run Thursday nights at 8 p.m. Eastern, and you can catch up on any action that you have missed. The Asylum Sports Show, presented by Cleaver Supplements. 8 Eastern, only on the Arena Sports Net, where every fan has a voice.
And every team has a fan.
You don't need 4 letters to tell you what's going on in the world of sports. No, no, no. You only need 3. ASN. Arena Sports Network, where every team has a fan.
Today's presentation on Arena Sports Net is brought to you by Cleaver Supplements, a proud sponsor of programming. Cleaver Supplements, pure supplements when genetics are just not enough. This is the 34th Circle City Classic.
Here we go with the money period, and it starts with a run with Brett Silva, who gets inside the 40 down to the 36-yard line. Hey, folks, I got a question for you. When is the fourth quarter? What do we call that? We call that the money period, brought to you by Woodforest Bank, the official bank of Arena Sports Net. Visit woodforest.com for more information. 6-yard gain for Silva, 2nd and 4. Out of the shotgun formation. Campbell turns and hands to Silva, and Silva this time is stacked up and dropped after getting back to the line of scrimmage at the 39-yard line. Now it is 3rd and 4. And there's ever a time for Central State to come up with a third down stop. It is here and now. 3rd and 4 from the 39-yard line. A minute gone in the Woodforest Bank money period. Out of the pistol formation, Campbell claps his hands, gets the shotgun snap, turns and hands to Silva. Silva is dropped and lost a yard in the process. Mikey Hunter makes the stop for Central State. And Kentucky State on 4th down, they're going to pull the trigger. 4th and 4. Playing the game right here, brought to you by Cleaver Supplements for Kentucky State. 4th and 4. Snap to Campbell out of the shotgun. Looks to throw. Winds up. Throws. Incomplete. Well, Kentucky State thought they had a rabbit in their hat. Turned out to be a pile of dust instead, and Central State gets the ball back. But they got to get downfield and score fast. 13:20 remaining, so Central State gets the stop they're looking for. Now they have to convert this. And I mean, they got to convert it into 7. A field goal will bring them closer, but it will force them to make more plays. On 1st down, Mays out of the shotgun formation, fakes the handoff, rolls out to his right, looking to throw, lobs one deep downfield, incomplete. Throwing into double coverage does no good. He was looking for Nelson, but they already had coverage there and had a safety over the top just in case. 13-14 left in the money period. Kentucky State 27, Central State 16. The next home game Central State has, we'll have on Arena Sportsnet Ohio. Now out of the shotgun formation, snap to Mays, looking to throw, fires right, caught outside 40, 45, 50. That's a first down for Saffold, and Saffold reaches and is brought down at the 42-yard line. 19-yard connection. That's a Subway first down. Move those chains. Good job by Saffold coming out of the backfield to make that reception. And now a chance for Central State to speed things up. 3 receivers left. Lone receiver to the right. Mays waits in shotgun formation. Turn in hand to Saffold. Saffold escapes out to his right. Inside the 35, 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Central State. And there is your response. Or do we have a flag on the play? Let's wait. Chop block. Well, they pick up a first down, but the touchdown comes off the board. Oh! Time ticking, time ticking. It's a first down for Central State, but that chop block that sprung Saffold free cost them a touchdown. Now instead of a touchdown, they're going to need 3 yards on first down at the Kentucky State 35. I'd go right back to him. Mays waits out of the shotgun, gets the shotgun snap, hand to Saffold. Nope, Mays keeps it. Mays has a first down inside the 30, turn to the corner inside the 25, and a flag flies in for a late hit out of bounds. So Kentucky State, that looked like they were in control for most of the game, are starting to shoot themselves in the foot. Let's get the call. Central State gets another break. (27-16) Kentucky State, but now 1st and 10 from the 12-yard line inside of the Staples red zone for Central State. Pitch out Nelson, running left. Nelson cuts inside the 10, wrestled down at about the 9. Three-yard gain. Correction, 5-yard gain. They wrestle Nelson down at the 7-yard line. 2nd and 5 from the 7. You got 12 minutes left. You got to put it in the end zone here if you're Central State. You cannot settle for a field goal here. On 2nd and 5, the handoff is to Saffold, and Saffold brought down at the 14-yard line. What are you doing? Well, Central State tried to get cute, and they got caught. Now you have to think 2 down. Well, actually, it's a tough call. I would think this is 2 down territory for Central State. Kentucky State's defense has played well all day, and now Central State is finally finding a rhythm offensively. Let's see if they can put it in the end zone here. 3rd and 12 from the 14, or at least pick up the first down. They got to get to the 2-yard line. Mays will throw, fires the screen, incomplete! And it is 4th down, 11:07 left. Well, since it's 4th down right now, old Coach Snowman feels if you can get the points, get the points. Because you're going to need the ball twice either way. And that's exactly what they're going to do. They're going to send the field goal unit on. Mays entering today's game led all quarterbacks in SIAC with 700 passing yards. He hasn't done much today. So Keel will try a field goal from 31 yards out. And a bad snap! And that will take care of that. And the Thoroughbreds stop the Marauders again. That'll bring us to a timeout. 11:04 remaining, and time is slipping away for Central State. Thoroughbreds 27, Marauders 16. Let's pause for this timeout.
This presentation of the 34th Circle City Classic on Arena Sports Net is brought to you by Visit Indy. For more information, log on to visitindy.com.
Programming on Arena Sports Net is fueled by Cleaver Supplements. Hey, folks, it's time to get your body kick-started. With that in mind, reach for the supplements that will do just that. Cleaver Supplements. They provide natural supplements to help you lose weight, get stronger, and have greater workouts, all to propel you towards your body and mind goals. Visit cleaversupplements.com today and get on the best track to a healthier you. Cleaver Supplements. Pure supplements for when genetics are just not enough.
This is the 34th Circle City Classic.
27-16, Kentucky State holds the lead, and now they have the ball after a fourth down stop. A golden opportunity. About the 21-yard line. Gain of 5, 2nd and 5, and 10:50 remaining, and that ever so evil clock ticking against Central State. And 5, he gets the call again, running outside of the 25. Twenty-seven-yard line. Campbell waits in shotgun formation. Thoroughbreds move left here in the money period. Handon Silva running straight ahead across the 30, pushing the pile out to the 34-yard line. 7 more for Silva. Second down and 3 from the 34-yard line. 9:45 remains in the money period. Campbell waits in shotgun formation. Silva stands to his right. Turn in hand to Silva, running straight ahead again. Outside 40, 45, 50. This is trouble. Silva, 40, 30, wrestled down to the 25-yard line, and that will seal up his Player of the Game honors presented by Cleaver Supplements. Yikes. "41-yard gain. That's the second time he has a run over 40 yards this afternoon. And now here comes Silva again, and this time he is popped and dropped. Right about at the line of scrimmage. $8:50 remaining. Clock ticks in favor of Kentucky State. They're up 11 and they have the ball. Snap to Campbell. Hand to Silva. Turns out of one tackle. Spins into another. That's Tyron Wilkerson who took that last rush for 41 yards. And we get a flag down on this play. Holding called against Kentucky State. Want a stat of the game? Here it is right here. Kentucky State has rushed for 213 yards this afternoon. Coming into today, Brett Silva rushed for only 160 yards. Campbell takes the shotgun snap, fires to Silva. Silva gets the pass, and he gets wrestled down to about the 25-yard line. Coming into today, Brett Silva had rushed. Desmond Williams made that last catch, I beg your pardon. Brett Silva rushed for 160 yards coming into today. He has 143 this afternoon. Big third down coming up. 3rd down and 18. Campbell waits in shotgun formation, gets the shotgun snap, now rolls out to his right, looking to throw, now fires to the sidelines. That pass is caught. And the receiver stayed inbounds, so the clock will continue to run. That catch was made by Demetrius Anderson. And now it's 4th and 12. From the 27-yard line. And what will Kentucky State do here? They're going to punt. Cal will kick it away. And Central State will send everybody. Well, that's why they brought the punt team out. Delay a game called against Kentucky State. On fourth down, here's the snap. Cal runs out, rugby-style kick, and he pooched it. And it's going to take a perfect roll inside the 10 and down at the 9. Wow. That brings us to this. We have 6:37 remaining in the money period. It is Kentucky State 27 and Central State 13.